Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Houston Fall Show Exhibitor webinar. This webinar is intended to help exhibitors in the show to understand what's coming up in the show, how we can best support you in the show, and how to have the show be as successful as it can be for our exhibitors. So let's get started. First, you can meet your show team. I am Dave Mon. I'm the show manager. And the rest of the team, I've got Lindsay Reinars, she is the operations coordinator, and Lucy Ferguson, she's the show coordinator. They're both on this call, and they'll have the opportunity to speak to you. We also have Paul Grazda, Sarah Edwards, and Andy Stafford as the exhibit space consultants for the show. Today's agenda. We're going to talk about show highlights, tickets, parking, move in and move out, booth setup and rules, exhibitor listings, and tips and tricks for a successful show. We want to say thank you to our sponsors and partners in this show. We've got several of them, and I want to highlight them. The first one is Shell Federal Credit Union. Shell Federal Credit Union is the presenting sponsor in the show, and we're really grateful to have them back. They were the presenting sponsor in our February show as well. Turf Plus Outdoor Living, American Furniture Warehouse, and Tree Frogs are all involved in our backyard feature. Abacus Plumbing is the online ticket sponsor in this show. We have the Houston Humane Society, VGXI, the Window Source, Country Containers, Natural Springs Water Filtration, and Front Door as other sponsors and partners in the show. And just as a reminder, we do still have a few sponsorship opportunities available. Most notably, we have 10 aisles in this show, and we've only got 3 sponsors. So 3 of the aisles are sponsored, 7 of them are still available. So if you're interested, it's only $500 to sponsor an aisle. You get a sign under the aisle sign and 2 floor decals on the aisle directing people to your booth space. In addition to that, as you can see, we have other sponsorships. Presenting sponsor has already been taken by Shell Federal Credit Union. The online ticket sponsor has already been taken by Abacus Plumbing, but we also have official product sponsor and stage sponsor. So if you're interested in those, please reach out to me. I'm happy to talk with you and get you information to get signed up as one of those sponsors. We market the show. One of the things we like to highlight and make sure everyone understands is that we spend a lot of money to market this show. We spend our budget is $157,000, and it includes TV, billboards, radio, and digital, and mailers. And when it comes to digital, we also include OTT, YouTube, streaming ads. We're also on social media and digital ad campaigns. So we really take it seriously. That is a serious effort on our part to make sure a qualified audience comes to the show, that you have plenty of attendees and potential customers to talk to. All right, I think Lucy, weren't you just dying to get an opportunity to speak?
I was. Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
All right, so this year's highlights, we will have Patrick Richardson, aka the laundry guy from HGTV, coming to the stage on Friday and Saturday. We'll have our backyard feature, Tiny Home, Big Backyard, also in the back of the show. We'll have a tiny home, a container home, and a ton of backyard features around that. And then we will have an expert panel discussion each day of the show, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with our own exhibitors to talk people through doing their own kitchen and bathroom renovations. So we're very excited about that. And for ticket prices, adults are $10, seniors are $8. You can save $2 by buying online before the show. That discount does end Thursday, October 19th. So the day before the show opens. And then your kiddos 16 and under are all free. Show hours, these have changed since our fall show last year. So Friday, the show opens at 11 a.m. We close it at 7. Saturday, 10 a.m., close it at 7 again. And then Sunday is still the same, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. But please note Friday's start time, because if you're an exhibitor who moves in Friday morning, you have 1 hour less time to do that. So please take note. And then for the tickets, so every exhibitor does get 20 free complimentary tickets to send to friends, families, customers, whoever you'd like. The email comes from that email listed, no reply at mail3. So it does get filtered to spam. But if you've been booked by September 20th, then you received your complimentary ticket email that day. It was just yesterday. This is what the email looks like. And not to be confused, your comp tickets are not to be used instead of your exhibitor badges. Those are for your employees. But once you get your ticket email, if you'd like to send some out, this is how you can do it. You just click on the get started here in the email. It takes you to this screen. All you have to do is, well, one, it lets you track it. So you have your allotted, how many we sent you. You can track how many you've sent out. Fulfilled means how many were downloaded on the website from the ones you sent out. And then redeemed means that ticket was scanned at the show. And then to invite a contact, you just click that, and then it takes you to this screen. You just select how many you'd like to send, and you just need a name and an email. You can add in an optional note at the bottom. It's always great to include your booth number, but you don't have to. And then in addition to our 20 complimentary tickets, we are doing an attendee referral contest. So any exhibitor can enter. You just have to email me to let me know you'd like to do it. And what we'll do is we'll make you a promo code for your company. So if you're ABC Construction, your promo code will be ABC Construction or something else if you'd like. That promo code will have unlimited uses to download free tickets for customers or whoever you want to send like an email blast to. And then the company with the most promo code uses redeemed. So once again, redeemed means scanned at the show, is going to win a free 10x10 booth at our show coming up in February. And Lindsay,
right? Yeah.
You're passionate about food sampling.
Woohoo! Okay, well, I've been excited to talk about Dave's favorite subject, and that's food. So we're going to talk about temporary food licensing and sampling. So any exhibitor that is offering samples at the show must be approved by show management, which is us, and also the venue, NRG first. 2 forms must be filled out and submitted. You can find those forms on the exhibitor kit on our website. If you have any questions, Lucy loves to answer them, so you can contact her with questions you might have. And then Dave's second favorite subject is parking. So you can park in the tan lot for exhibitor parking. You can buy a week-long parking pass. It's $72, and you can come in and out as much as you like. During show days, it's $24 a day. And during move-in, there is no charge for parking. It is free. So for the attendees, they can park in the orange lot. Orange lots 8 and 10 are closest to Hall A, which is where our show will be held in Hall A. It's $20 a day with no in and out privileges, and there's a tax added to that as well. Exhibitors are welcome to use this lot, and all parking can be paid for with card only. So no cryptocurrency, just you'll need to pay with card. Okay, and here is a map, a parking map, just to kind of give you an idea of where these lots are. It gets a little bit confusing there at NRG, but if you just refer to this map, it should be pretty simple once you get to that area. Okay, and saving money on parking. So if you want to park at the Fannin South Transit Center, you can park there for $3 and get on the Metro Rail. And then it's just one stop and you'll get off at Stadium Park Astrodome, and the fare is $1.25 each way. and you'll be just a few hundred feet away from the NRG Center. It's really just right there. So it saves some money doing it this way, and it's not a far walk or anything like that. So I suggest if you'd like to take advantage of this, I definitely encourage using the Metro Rail. Okay, entrances and exits. We have one entrance exit for the show, and make sure that you have your exhibitor badge on show days. You can come and go without them during move-in, but on show days, we will be checking to make sure you have those when you come in. If you're entering the floor from the tan lot, the loading ducts, you will still need an exhibitor badge on show days. And exhibitor badges can be collected at the show office desk during move-in. We'll have somebody there at the desk who can hand those out to you, and you can collect them and then leave some for other members of your team that might be switching off with you. And so you're able to share those badges with your team. All right, and here's a map where you can see where the entrances and exits are. We've got the entrance there in the front. Show desk is right there by the entrance, and then the green is on the box office. And then in the back, we've got the loading dock, just there at the very back. And then our move-in map. We do ask that you please follow your scheduled day to move in. That way it makes it smoother for everybody. So we're not driving on top of each other, and it just makes it a little bit easier if people move in on their assigned days. So for Wednesday, you can see it's the bottom part of the map. And then Thursday will be the top part, the red color, and then the backyard feature, that's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. So just keep in mind that on Thursday at 2 p.m., the carpet will be laid down, so you won't be able to drive all the way up to your booth. You can drive still into the building if you need to and park for a moment, but you won't be able to drive all the way up to your booth. So just keep that in mind for Thursday. All right, Lucy, I think it's back to you.
It is. So since we don't use the entirety of Exhibit Hall A, the exhibitors are welcome to use the space behind the show floor as storage. Just keep your items along the perimeter walls, but don't block any doors, including the air wall divider doors. And it is important to label absolutely everything, even empty boxes. Label it with your company name and put "do not throw away." We did have at this last fall show, or excuse me, this last February show, we did have some overly diligent custodial teams throw away some important items. So just make sure you label it and you should be all right. And then if you need to order any type of utility, electric, gas, water, internet, you order that from the NRG Park, and you can find all the forms, all the ways to do that on the exhibitor kit. If you need to order any booth furnishings for your booth, flooring, tables, chairs, signs, graphics, manual labor, forklift, Jim's our decorator will be able to help you with that. And once again, their order form is on our exhibitor kit. And oh yeah, this is still me. Move out. So for moving out, Sunday night, you will not be able to drive directly up to your booth prior to 8 p.m. or at least until the aisle carpets are rolled up. Until then, it'll just be hand, cart, and carry only. And you do need to make sure your exhibitor, your booths and vehicles are 100% out of the building no later than 12 p.m. Monday, the next day, October 23rd. And this is probably our strictest rule, and we do enforce it. You may not start breaking down your booth until the show ends at 6 p.m. on Sunday, and we will be walking the aisles to enforce this. We have attendees paying money that will still be there. So they've paid money to be there. They want to see you. They want to talk to you. And we almost always have someone make a sale the last few minutes of the show. It really is worth it to stay.
One other thing I think we should point out as well for the move in is on Friday, we will not allow anyone to drive in. So we will allow you to drive into your booth space on Wednesday and Thursday during move in. But on Friday, if you arrive sometime Friday morning and hope to move in then, you can, but you'll have to hand cart everything in. We will not allow any vehicles into the building Friday morning.
All right. And then some exhibit space dues. Make sure your floor is covered. We don't require a certain type of flooring. We just require you to cover it. So if you have carpets, those foam tile squares, turf, the vinyl rollout mats, anything like that, just make sure you cover up the concrete in your booth space. And do stay within your contracted booth space. Don't come into the aisle. Don't go into your neighbor's space. We do require skirting on tables on all 4 sides, and it does need to reach the floor. And please use professionally made signage, nothing handwritten, and please staff your booth during show hours. Kind of goes back to attendees pay good money. Just make sure you're staffing it so everyone else has still has a good show. Don't want to miss out on a sale.
Right.
Back to
Thanks,
Lindsay.
Lucy. So we do not want to burn down the building. So please keep in mind the way you're using your electrical. So here's some electrical do's and don'ts. We want to be safe. Safety is always first. So use surge protector, approved plug, end with ground. Know the proper size power supply for the total amps used. So those are things to do. Things to not do is please don't daisy chain your power cords, surge protectors, or any outlet splitters. And we just want to just be careful that you're using your electrical correctly so that we don't have any risk of a fire. And you can just kind of refer to this slide here as to what to do and what not to do. And a few important reminders. So your booth does include an 8-foot high black drape and 3-foot side drapes if you're in an inline booth. Electric tables, chairs, flooring, etc. Those are not included with the price of your exhibit space. You'll have to order those things separately. Also, your booth height should not exceed 8 feet, which is the height of your pipe and drape, unless you're on a perimeter wall or in a 20 by 20 booth or larger. So please keep your booth space to be 8 feet max, unless you're in perimeter wall or a 2020 booth or larger. All right, back to you.
All right, so QR codes, we will have them for the first time at our Houston shows. And what these are is they're going to be a floor sticker that will go right in front of your booth in the aisle. And when attendees scan that QR code, they're going to get all your business information, and then they'll have the option to essentially save that by emailing the information to themselves as like essentially an opt-in to be a lead. And everyone that saves your information will send you since they've opted in, we'll be able to send you those leads after the show. And there's a few ways you can actually spruce up your QR code, and that is a live QR code too, if you wanted to scan it to see an example. By default, they're going to have your company name and your website. If you'd like to add more to it, like photos, sales rep information, you actually do that by enhancing your exhibitor listing. So like the QR code, like the basic QR code, your exhibitor listing is live on the show's website almost immediately after you book. And it has your company name, your booth number, and your website. Within 24 hours of signing your contract, you will get an email from our system with an option to enhance your exhibitor listing. So depending on when you booked, that email may have come a while ago. If you can't find it, just email me and I'll send it over to you. The link to update your exhibitor listing can be used repeatedly until the show opens Friday, October 20th. Sorry, that is October 20th is the correct date. And you can update that as many times as you'd like. And to give you a nice example of how nice it looks when people enhance their exhibitor listings, this is what it looks like versus a basic one. So like I said, the basic listing is just your company name, booth number, and website. And that's also all anyone would see if they scanned your QR code. So if you go the extra step to enhance it, then it looks so much better on the show website, but also when attendees scan your QR code, they're going to get a lot more information on your company as well. So yeah, and you can also link your socials. You can add in a show special and just really things to make your company stand out more on the website. And it looks so nice. There's no additional cost to do it.
Oh, very true, Lucy. Well said.
Thank you, Dave.
That is an enhanced exhibitor listing is really great. It is something that, like Lucy said, no additional cost for it, and it really does make a big difference. We have people searching our website for you as exhibitors months in advance of the show and months after the show. And so if you do a good job of enhancing that listing, it just looks so much better, especially compared to your competition if they haven't enhanced their listing. So that's one of the major things you can do to be a successful exhibitor in the show. Some other things you can do: booth location matters. If you've done our shows before, you know this. The better your booth location is, the better show you're going to have. It's kind of like I like to say it's kind of like real estate. They always say location, location, location. Same thing for a show. The space that you're in really does matter. We sell them on a first come, first serve basis. We also sell them at the show. You have the chance to renew your own booth space for the next year. If you don't renew it on site, then anyone can take that booth space. So make sure you book early. The next is be approachable in your booth space. So I see it so many times where someone's sitting down, staring at their phone, eating in their booth space, basically a frown on their face and look like they're completely unapproachable. The more engaged you are with the attendees of the show, the more approachable you seem, the better the show is going to be for you. And if you're a business owner and you hire someone to participate in the show and sell at the show for you, make sure that they're doing what you expect. It's so frustrating sometimes when I'll have someone say to me, well, the show wasn't that good for me, but I saw that person half the time wasn't even in their booth space. Maybe they were eating in their booth space. They were doing all these other things rather than selling. So much of it is your ability to sell and interact with the people that come. Display and focus on what you want to sell. So sometimes some of our exhibitors have multiple things they sell, and it can be overwhelming for the attendee. The thing that I always stress and talk about is make sure you focus on whatever it is that makes you the most money, that you want to focus your business on. And then if the person wants to talk about something else, you can talk about it, but really focus on that one thing. Have a special around that one thing. Do something where it's a show special that they can only get that pricing at the show. You'll see big success with that. People want a consultant, not a salesperson. They don't want to feel like they're being sold to. So make sure that you're doing a good job of talking with them and getting to know them, ask them good questions and engage with them, as opposed to just simply spouting out a bunch of information about your product. Ask questions and listen. That kind of goes with that. And then have a goal and measure your success. It's always so crazy to me that sometimes I'll talk to exhibitors after the show and I'll ask them how the show was, and they'll tell me, oh, I don't really know. How could you not know? Make sure that you have a goal. Make sure that if you're looking for leads, make sure you track those leads and know exactly how many leads you got from the show. Make sure you follow up on those afterwards. You're not going to see any success if you don't follow up. So make sure you track your leads, set goals, and then follow up with those people. This is an example of a booth display that we really like and think works really well in the show. There's a few things to point out with it. The first one is the display is professionally done and makes it obvious as to what the company does. You could look at that and know exactly what the company does. The next is they've got clear signage. So you could see the company name right there in the middle of the booth space. It's right there. It's obvious. You know what the company's name is. And then the last one is the flooring and space for attendees to come into the booth. So it's like going to visit someone's house. If you go to someone's house and you talk to them on the front porch, you feel a certain way. If they invite you into their home, the experience is much better. The same is true with exhibiting at a home show. You want to set up your booth space to allow people to come into the booth space. Keep off of the aisles, bring them into your booth space. And by doing that, you're making your neighbors happy in the show because you're not clogging up the aisles. And the attendee feels so much better about getting to know you and getting to know your company. And another thing we want to just point out, and this happens all the time, and it's always such a shame anytime it happens. There are scammers out there, and you guys all know this. There's a lot of different scammers trying to do a lot of different things. And one of the things they do is that they target our lists. So they'll go to our website, they'll find the exhibitor list, and then they'll email you and act like they're us and tell you that they have the attendee list from the show and they'll sell it to you for a certain amount of money. Do not fall victim to that. We do not email you and sell you lists. We don't do anything like that. So if you get an email, ignore it. Don't open it. Don't open any attachments. Feel free to send it on to us. It's something that we're continually battling, but just be aware of it. Be very careful when it comes to any scams. If it seems like it could be a scam, it probably is. The show office hours. So we're on site all week. We'll be getting there Tuesday. We'll be there through Monday through move out. But our official show office hours are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Wednesday and Thursday. And then 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. So if you have any needs, if there's anything you need from us, feel free to come and talk to us. The show office is highlighted there in red. It's right at the entrance. There's a little desk that we've got set up there, and feel free to come up. And if you need any help, just let us know and we'll help you out. If you have any questions, if there's anything you need, there's the three of us plus the Eye of Sauron as your show team that put on this this webinar for you. Lindsay, as I said before, she's the operations coordinator. She doesn't know how to swim, which is too bad, but she does have her phone number and her email address listed there. Lucy is a national bad speller contestant. She's been in several different national bad spelling bees and done very well. So don't ask her to write anything for you, but feel free to give her a call or email her. Just understand that you may not understand everything that she replies back if it is an email. And then me, I've been hit by multiple cars because I fail to look either direction when I go to cross the street. So there's my phone number and then also my email address. So we're looking forward to the show. We expect it to be a really good one. We can't wait to be at the show and help you to grow your business. If there's anything we can do in the meantime before the show begins and during the show, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're looking forward to it. Thanks for attending and have a great day.